Bortnik, Atakan, I think, but we're following this one. Min Lei is in the sole lead, and here he is up against Muradli.
Yeah, early days on this board. We're seeing a bit of a hybrid opening here as well. It started life as a Reti opening, the white knight coming out very, very early, but now there we see the white pawn occupying the center, transposes it into a Slav defense. That is because white's putting some pressure on the center with the queen's gambit type of idea here, and black is just setting up all the pawns rock solid on the light squares. White will get the bishop pair. He's going to attack this bishop and eventually take this bishop with a knight. But black's pawn structure, super flexible, and that's Min Lei's style. As we've seen already today, he waits and waits and waits and tries to take his chance later in the game.
Calm, cool. Min Lei is in sole lead, and here up against the Grandmaster from Azerbaijan, 22 years old, with a FIDE rating of 2584. He has one Champions Chess Tour point. Muradli, calling himself chess lover on chess.com, rated way above 3,000. And he's played 3 Title Tuesdays so far in the autumn split. 8.5 points is his best score so far. That was in game week 8. Can he beat it today?
I wonder if these players sometime regret their usernames. Like, they made them probably way before they knew that, like, I'm going to be on the very top boards of Title Tuesday. David, what's yours? Do you have a good name?
It's Howitzer 14. 14's my lucky number, and Howitzer was a friend's nickname for me when I was a teenager.
Really?
So,
that's a good one.
I don't know. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I probably wouldn't have chosen it now, as you say, Maud.
Yeah. Chess lover. I don't think you would pick that. If you were to make like a user today and be like, I'm going to be on the top 10 in Title Tuesdays regularly, I think you would pick something else.
And let's remind everyone about your name on chesscom. So it's Maud sjakker deg, Norwegian for Maud checks you.
Yeah, I don't know. I regret that name.
I feel it suits your personality. You're fierce, you're
on
confident.
The Internet Chess Club, ICC, my name was Emrod because, you know, like the baseball player Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod. So I was Emrod. I think that's so much cooler. And I'm like, why did I not use that on chess.com? That's a name I could get behind. But now it's too late. Now I've already connected my title to chess.com to that user so that I can play in these tournaments.
Exactly.
It's too late.
I like it.
What about Min Lei? What is his username?
Wonderful time.
Yes.
Oh.
So they both have very beautiful, peaceful names. We have chess lover against wonderful time in this brutal game and brutal format.
Very wholesome.
Yeah, I would rather have wonderful time. That's a better name than chess lover. I'm sorry.
Very harsh on Mr. Muradli's name here, Maud. Chess lover. Is he loving the position, though?
I think they're loving it and hating it equally, both of these players. It's probably the driest position I've seen so far today. And actually, in a long time in Title Tuesday, it's totally symmetrical in terms of the pawn structure. White has the bishop pair, but since the center is so blocked, that's not too relevant right now. If Min Lei wants a draw and wants to play it safe, consolidate his lead in the tournament, he might just take this bishop. It's opposite color bishops. That game's surely going to fizzle out there. If he wants to play for more, he might drop in his other knight, or he might try to double up his rooks. Okay, he pushes a pawn instead. I'm expecting him to try and double his rooks on the open file in the near future. But yeah, I'm predicting draw here. It's hard to imagine anything else.
And if this is a draw, huge chances for those players on 7 points, half a point behind Min Lei to join him at the top of the standings. Renato Terry, Rovan Vogel, Alexander Bortnik. We will keep an eye on all those. Volodar Mortsin, also on 7 points.
Bortnik has won 4 games in a row,
Wow.
so he must be feeling like he's kind of on a roll. But then after this 8th game, you have this little break, and I feel like then you can kind of like fall out a little bit of the rhythm that you were in. So that will be exciting to see if he can win against Atakan he's playing against.
This is round 9 in game week 9. We have 2 more rounds to go after this one to decide the winner of this game week and who scores 10 points on the Champions Chess Tour leaderboard. And on the Split 1 leaderboard, the winner of Split 1 gains an additional $5,000. in addition to the money you gain every single week if you win it or place high on the leaderboard. Min Lei now slightly better.
Yeah, very small advantage. That's because he has knights versus the bishops, and normally I'm very, very biased towards the bishop pair, but on this occasion I will make the exception because this white bishop isn't the most active, and black's knights do a good job of controlling squares. One could jump in at any moment, and actually in two different directions to attack some pawns. And Min Lei, good tip for everyone at home, if you are forced to part with your light squared bishop, put your pawns on light squares to exert some influence there. Pawns on light squares, bishop on dark squares. He's got the perfect formation as he does leap in with his knight. More pawns will start stepping forward. It does feel like white's just too passive here. Muradli, despite the fact he's half a point behind Min Lei, it feels like he's been the one playing for a draw. And normally when you're doing that with white, the opponent smells weakness. They start to push forward to try and punish you a bit later in the game.
So beginner question, when you do that, that Min Lei is doing, is one of your goals then also to get the white player's dark squared bishop off the board? Sorry, light squared bishop.
Yes. If, for example, long term, you could trade off this bishop for this knight, or if you can somehow miraculously kind of trade off a couple of sets of bishops and leave a knight versus just one bishop, not part of a pair, then you have an advantage long term. And now he's offering a trade.
Oh.
It's opposite color bishops. I don't know if he should have gone for that yet. Maybe he didn't need to rush. He could have pushed some pawns forward first, but he's still the one pushing. He's still the one asking the questions. What to do about this pawn now? Do you trade? Allow the black bishop to step forward? He does. It does feel like we're getting closer to a draw, though. Level on the time as well. Hard to imagine either side winning.
Maxime Vachier-Lagrave is now on 7.5 points. Same as Min Lei, but with a draw here, Min Lei will go up to 8 points. Muradli will go up to 7.5 points if nothing dramatic happens, but they also have a lot of time on the clock still.
Yeah, opposite color bishop endgames are kind of like, it feels like you can mess up quite a bit and it's still going to be okay. So here I would just concentrate on playing as fast as possible because, but they still, this is a lot of time to have in this situation, I would say. They still have more than a minute.
Yeah.
So,
I think that point you mentioned, like you can still mess up a bit and the drawing margin just being very high. If rooks come off, white can even blunder a pawn, maybe two, and still draw, as you can hold the light squares. But in the meantime, he's going pawn hunting. And this position is about to explode maybe if white does take this pawn and kind of part with his other pawn on the other side of the board. We could see a bit of a race. The king should go forward, never go passive in endgames. Muradli doing the right thing there. And the black rook moves.
It's a win for Jan Nepomniachtchi against Vincent Keimer. Maybe Jan Nepomniachtchi is making a comeback, and maybe he will be fighting to win game week 9.
And he stopped the bleeding at least because he had lost 2 games in a row before that. So it's easy to be discouraged. So in that sense, it's impressive. And to win against Vincent, who is also one of the strongest players in the field, that's promising for Jan.
Yeah, Vincent, in classical terms, would have been the top seed in this event. He's world number 4 right now on the live rankings, Vincent Keimer. He's had an incredible year. But yeah, unfortunately not in today's Title Tuesday. Struggling.
Players have ticked under 1 minute on the clock. Is there any chance of seeing this go down to a time scramble and a winner in flagging?
Yes, I'm going to say Muradli's the favorite now. He is checking the black king somewhat. He's taken a pawn. He's 2 pawns up temporarily. It should still be a dead draw because it looks like rooks might be forced off this board. If the rooks do disappear, then it will be an easy position for Min Lei to hold. You can blockade with your king. You can pre-move till the end of time. So if he wants to win, he could have kept the rooks on. But no, Muradli, he's going to try and flag his opponent. 7 seconds down, though, offers a draw, and the game does end peacefully.
A draw between these two.